Defending the run is the first part of playing successful defense at any level of football. And as we know from the 11-man game, and it's true in the 6-man game, defending the run can be especially difficult when going against spread offenses. With spread offenses, there becomes more space, more running lanes for the offense to take advantage of. So how do we solve this problem? Well, the first thing that we seek to do when defending the run is that we want to outnumber the offense at the point of attack. And you can see here behind me, if we only focus on the box and ignore the secondary and receivers, is that we have 4 defensive players for 3 potential blockers on the offense. So no matter what they do, we have the offense outnumbered. We will always have an unblocked player. But the secret sauce is how we teach the techniques, how we teach the eyes, and how we teach the kids leverage so that they can be successful with their numerical advantage. So let's start by talking about our eyes. Well, first of all, we'll begin with the rush. The rush are going to have their eyes on the near up back. The Mike and the free are going to have their eyes on the spread back's feet. Okay, and for all of these positions, their movement, what their feet do, is going to tell us what we should be doing. So let's say the offense is just running a designed sweep to the field. Okay, now the rush player right here, as his key widens to try and reach him or kick him out to the sideline, our rush is going to widen as well and set the edge over here. It is his job to not let the ball get outside of him, to stay square, to play with long arms, and to set the edge of the defense. But his movement clue, his key, was this near up back. You can see the same situation is going on over here with the opposite rush player. His key is catching the snap and then flowing away from him, so we want to be getting flat down the line of scrimmage, being there for cutback. Now the Mike and free, their eyes are important as well. And we actually teach them to read the feet of the spread back. We communicate it as either fast flow, slow flow, or no flow, okay? So a sweep to the field would be an example of fast flow. The spread back is taking off on the snap of the ball, and he's catching the pitch with some speed and momentum. There are some teams that we play that when we get fast flow, it's 100% run. Right? There's some teams where we get more of like a slow flow, he's in more of a jog, and we need to be prepared. It could be run or pass. Or if he's completely flat-footed, then we would call that street ball, and we're treating it more like a drop-back pass game. So you can see here, all of our keys, our eyes, are taking us to the play. They have created a fast flow, and we are able to attack the ball. Now I'm going to erase here, get us a new board, and let's talk a little bit about how we teach the leverage of these players. Leverage. To me, this is where the magic happens. I think that we do a good job teaching this, and it helps our kids to play better, honestly. And the first term I want to teach you is called a partner tackle. And what a partner tackle is when you and a teammate are working together to try and force the ball to go towards your teammate. So the first example of a partner tackle on the board would be the 2 rushmen. As they are getting this sweep play, this rushman partner is the opposite side's rushman. So as he's taking on this block, he is taking it on with his helmet outside because he cannot get beat away from his rushman. He can only get beat back towards his partner. If he gets beat this way, he's getting chewed out on the sideline because he lost his leverage. He did not partner tackle with his other buddy. And that really dictates a lot of the ways that you take on blocks, the way that you tackle. Because like if I'm tackling the spread back, I want to tackle him with my head opposite of my partner. And that is also happening here on the back end. So let's say they try and kick us out, and it forces the ball to cut back. Let's say this backside up back player is trying to kick out our free. Well, he is partner tackling with the Mike. So as the free is getting downhill hard, he's also going to be taking on the block with his head outside, trying to force the ball back to his partner, the Mike, who is now flying downhill and trying to fit inside of the free. And like I mentioned earlier, the rush is working backside, and he cannot get beat to this side of the field. Why? Because his buddy is over here. So we essentially sandwich the ball when we do this. And depending on how you think of it, you can take it a step further and say that really all four of these players are partner tackling with each other in a way. Let me show you what I mean. When we get run, yes, we are partner tackling and the Mike and Free are partner tackling, but in a way, this rush man over here is partner tackling with the Free. This rush man over here is partner tackling with the Mike. We already know that the rush men are partner tackling together, and we already know that the Mike and Free are partner tackling together. So what teaching the run fitting this way does is it creates a situation where you always know where you have help. Through this sort of box that we have created, when we outnumber the offense, we can be successful. You're forcing the ball back to your help. You're not getting beat to the side where you don't have help. And when we work together, you really just create good, sound, fundamental football. So stick with me here and I'll show you some film examples of this.
Let's check out some game examples together. Right off the bat, you can see this box that we've created. We've got the two rush players partner tackling together. We've got the Mike and the Free partner tackling together, creating this box. Now you'll see here in this first clip, we do a good job of forcing the ball to our help. This rush man knows that when the ball bounces, that's his, right? He cannot let the ball beat him to the outside. He needs to force it back to his help. Now, he does dip his head inside, but with certain players, you got to give a little bit of freedom to make plays. But at the end of the day, if this ball beats him to our sideline, he would be in a load of trouble. But he's able to play long and make the tackle here on a big third and short play. Let's look at another example. Now, right off the bat here, you might not notice that we have the box created. But we do have our two rushmen, we have our Mike, and our Free is actually out here. So one of the things about teaching the run fitting this way is that you can still partner tackle and create that run fitting box out of different alignments. Because everything in this clip is actually going to look pretty similar to the clip that we just watched. So what I want you to notice here is our player on the top of the screen, as his key widens here, he is going to widen as well. Not letting the ball get outside of him, playing with his hands and playing square. But what you'll notice is that the Free, right, the other player that the Mike is partner tackling with, is actually going to fit inside of that rush man, just like in the previous clip, right? We're partner tackling together. The two rushmen are partner tackling together, and we have four defensive players for three offensive blockers. So we're able to get unblocked people to the ball, playing with good leverage, and we're able to make a defensive stop. Another good example of how we can partner tackle and create our box through different alignments. This time the Free is in a safety look, but it is still 1, 2, 3, 4 players who can respond to the offense's attack. Things I want you to notice here, our rush player right here, once again, he cannot get beat to his outside. So he is able to defeat this crack block because he knows that he has to force the ball back to his main help here. So he's able to stay square, helmet outside of the ball, which gives our Mike and our backside players the ability to get to the ball unblocked and able to make the play. And once again, we have the free safety involved in the fit. He ends up getting cracked by the widest receiver, so an honorable mention on this play is our corner, who does a good job crack replacing as his receiving threat actually goes to make a crack block. Check out number 4 here. Recognizes it's a crack, and he becomes the extra unblocked player. Did not need him on that play, though. And our last clip here, similar to the last, we've got our 2 rush players, we've got our Mike, and we've got our free safety, who's our unblocked player. You'll see number 9 here. He does dip inside of that block, but he's able to keep his helmet outside of the ball. His helmet is outside, forcing the ball back into a tackle. So we've got our Mike flying downhill, right? Trying to force it to our 8. 9 forces the ball back. Mike is playing inside out to the ball. And that leaves our free safety running downhill inside out for our unblocked player of a violent tackle to get us through the play. And we're back at the top here. It's a simple concept, but it's an easy way to teach your kids. Who is your help? Where do you have help? Where do you not have help? As long as we have our helmets in the correct places and we work with our buddies and work with our partners, then we have the ability to play great defense.